explanation of part of the problem set and part of the homework. And I just put it all on one page for you, okay? All right, so remind me, boys and girls, what are the things we need to solve one of these problems? Ethan, what am I going to draw? Tape diagram. So that's one thing you need. And then underneath the tape diagram, what else do you need? 3 equal signs. This is a review of yesterday. Okay, and this is before I even read the problem. I know I need these things. What else do I need? I put it up there.
Oh, you needed the equation problem.
Standard algorithm, right? Okay. Check. Do I need that?
And you also need 3.
And I need 3 equal signs under the check.
And you need to put the numbers in the right place.
I do. So I'm going to be highlighting, aren't I? Okay? I'm going to highlight 2 things in my problem. Now, in block 1, we added all these up, and each question is worth 12 points.
No.
You have 12 things I'm asking you to do. 12. So 2 problems a day is plenty, okay? So I'm going to read this one, and then I want you to be ready to tell me what I'm going to highlight. Lillian had 2 2-liter bottles of soda, which she distributed equally between 10 glasses. How much soda was in each glass? Express your answer as a fraction of a liter. Okay, so Christopher, what do I need to highlight?
2 2-liter bottles of soda.
No.
Okay. 10 glasses.
Okay, what's the first thing we talked about yesterday that I want you to highlight, and it includes a word. I'm gonna remind you. It includes 2 words usually.
Oh,
Each glass. And then you're right, Christopher. Each glass, so I need to highlight 10 or 10 glasses. Now, that means when I say each glass, that means I'm dividing by the number of glasses. How many glasses do I have?
Oh, you forgot to highlight
10. That's all I'm highlighting. That's all I highlighted yesterday. I don't need your help anymore. Okay, so now let's talk about this. I'm dividing by 10, correct?
Yes.
So, do I put 2 divided by 10?
No.
Why do you say no?
Because 2 2-liter bottles, so you put 4.
Okay, so the reason we're going to put 4 is because it's asking us how many liters we have. If it were asking how many bottles, then of course we would put, right, 2, but it's asking how many liters. So you have to do 2 times 2 or 2 plus 2. So he's right. My problem is 4 divided by 10, and that equals 4/10. But let's not go any further than that right now. Okay, Modesto, what number goes on top of the tape diagram?
4.
4. What number goes in the doghouse?
4.
4.
Can I say you can simplify 4/10?
You can say that. Griffin noticed we can simplify 4/10. So we'll do that right down here on this equal sign, okay? All right, so how many am I dividing by?
10.
10. So I need 10 equal pieces in my tape diagram. And remember, this is a review of yesterday, but it's getting ready for your exit ticket because that's got a little tricky question on it, okay? So now, how do I remember, do I write 4 units or 10 units right here?
10 units.
Always count your number of boxes to write the word unit. So 10 units or 10 glasses equals 4 liters of soda. Okay, what am I trying to figure out? 1 liter or 1 unit. 1 glass actually. Okay, so 1 unit equals 4 divided by 10. And Griffin noticed that 4/10 can be simplified. So what factor, Griffin, do 4 and 10
2.
share? 2. So we'll divide by 2. And he says it's 2/5. Okay? All right, so now the standard algorithm. That seems pretty simple today, doesn't it? Okay, how many times does 10 go into 4?
0.
Now, this morning I had some students who wrote the answer like this. And pretty much got the whole rest of the problem wrong.
That would be 2.
Why are they, what is wrong with that?
Because you're actually putting the 4 into the 10.
You have to put the remainder on top. Remainder goes on top of the divisor. Okay, so, and then Griffin, we talked about this, that's actually 2/5. I'm guessing 2/5 is my answer.
It is.
Unless I get down here and check it and I don't end up with 4. And then I'll go find my mistake. Okay, so do you remember why we did the standard algorithm?
Yeah,
Not that we really need it.
I did.
Why did we do the standard algorithm?
Okay, so it's like 7 divided by 10, so that we could figure out what we were doing checking. Because
Good.
we needed to do 10 divided by 4.
Okay, 10 times 2/5,
Yeah.
right? So the divisor times the quotient. That's why we put it on the standard algorithm. 10 times 2/5. You want to go ahead and close the door, Rayleigh? Thank you. Now, I don't really feel like writing 2/5 plus 2/5 plus 2/5. So remind me what we did yesterday instead.
We just multiplied the
And kept the denominator the same,
Yeah.
okay? So this would be
25th.
20/5. Now, who knows what 20 divided by 5 is? All of you, right? Right. Is 4 the number we started with? All right. So it checks out. Now there's one more thing you need.
What?
A sentence.
Oh, do it.
We can do this. We can do this. Sebastian, give me a sentence that doesn't start with a number. You can start with each.
Each glass fits 4/10.
Each glass will have. Each glass had
Really?
2/5 of a liter of soda. And if you write a capital L, we're going to know that stands for liter. Now I picked this problem because we have math assessments coming up in a couple weeks, and we need to review how to do this.
Can we look up this?
Okay, so let's read E. It says express your answer as a decimal number of liters. Now here's your hint.
Oh, can I say it? Can I say
No. How do I convert this to a decimal? I make it equivalent to blank hundredths. So everybody write that now. 2/5 equals blank hundredths. Now, somebody in block 2 said, oh, I know, it's 2.5.
2.5. What?
Let's see if that person's right.
This is 20.
How many times does 5 go into 100? 5 times 20. So if I have 2 times 20, what is it? So 40 hundredths. How do I write that as a decimal?
0.040.
Do I need the second zero?
No.
No. How do I say this?
0.4. No.
4 tenths. So each glass
Can we write the 0?
will get or will hold 4/10 liters of soda. Okay, now it gets harder, but not too hard for you. Don't shout out what to do if you figure it out. All right, here's the next one. Express your answer as a whole number of milliliters. So we're going from liters to milliliters. Now, who remembers how many milliliters are in a liter?
1,000.
1,000. So I'm going to take 4/10 times 1,000 to get my answer of how many milliliters. Now, nobody say it, but you're going to use one of the tricks that we learned way back when.
Nope.
Okay.
Elena,
We're gonna do
the decimal hop, right? But we're actually, when we multiply by 1,000, where
the numbers are shifting to the left.
the numbers are shifting to the left, but the decimal's going to the right. So here's how I know if I do it right. Liters are larger than milliliters. So I would have a smaller number on liters than I would milliliters if I do it right. So 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 400 milliliters. Okay? And that's a quick little review of how to convert from liters to milliliters.
So do we have to write a sentence?
I'm okay with just this. Okay.
Okay.
Number 9 is very similar to your exit ticket. We're going to do all the same things.
Sorry to interrupt. If the fire alarm goes off,
All right, take a look at number 9. When someone donated 14 gallons of paint to Rosendale Elementary School, the 5th grade decided to use it to paint murals. Now, murals are those huge walls that are paintings.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see them on the side of buildings, okay?
Is it vandalism?
No, not if it's not. It would be vandalism if you didn't have permission,
Exactly.
okay? They split the gallons equally among 4 classes. Now be ready to tell me what to highlight. How much paint did each class have to paint their mural? Okay, Jesus, what do I need to highlight?
Each class.
Each class. So the class, the number of classes is the divisor. How many classes?
4 classes.
Okay, so divide by 4. Yes, you may. Okay. And what number will I start with? 14 gallons. Okay?
Yeah.
Because it says how much paint. Okay, drawing my tape diagram, 3 equal signs. What else does this problem need? Standard algorithm.
Yeah.
Check. And 3 equal signs there. Actually, I think it's going to be 4 this time. The reason I'm thinking it's going to be 4 is because I'm already looking at the answer, and the answer is an improper fraction. So we're going to have an extra step. Possibly. Okay, so which number goes on top of the tape diagram? And I'm going to ask Christian. Which number goes on top of the tape diagram?
14.
Very good. And which number goes in the doghouse, Channing?
14.
Good. So we're dividing 14 by 4.
Which is 3.
Okay, now wait a minute. We've got several steps before we get to an answer. The answer's not the main point here, is it? It's a strategy. How many units do we have?
14.
4. And that equals 14 gallons. Okay, what are we trying to figure out?
1 unit.
1 unit. And 1 unit equals 14 divided by 4, 14 fourths. Let's go ahead and do the standard algorithm, and that will help us figure out the mixed number. Okay? So help me out on that. Ethan, how many times does 4 go into 14? Good. 4 times 3 is what? Good. Whoops. And here's what I've got for an answer. 3 2/4.
But you have to simplify it to 3 1/2.
Okay, 2 is half of 4. So you're saying it needs to be 3.5.
Yes.
Okay. If I were to divide both of those by 2, that's what I would get. Okay,
Go to the restroom.
in just a minute, let me finish this problem
It's backwards.
first. No, let me finish this problem first. Okay, so how do I check a division problem? Divisor times the, tell me again, how do I check it? Okay, so 4 times 3.5. Now you have to do, yes, and you have to do 2 separate steps here. So I'm going to do 4 times 3 plus 4 times 1/2. So I just broke 3.5 apart. Okay? So George said 4 times 3 is 12 plus 4 halves. 4 halves is the same thing as what whole number? 2. So 12 plus 2 is that the number I started with? Okay, so 3.5 is my answer. Now, you need 3.5 to figure this out. Here's what it says. How much paint will 2 classes use? Show your thinking using words, numbers, or pictures. Christopher, what would you do?
Divided by 2.
Well, now this is one class.
You can add 3.5 plus 3.5.
You can multiply it by 2, which is what you were thinking. So you're going to ruin my video, is that it?
He got water on his face and he looked at me and then I started laughing.
Why is that so funny? Christian says, go ahead and just add 3.5 plus 3.5. Since it's only 2 of them, I kind of agree. It's easier to just add them together, okay? But you could do 2 times 3.5. And again, you're going to get the same answer. So equals, this 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 2 halves equals what? Okay, let's do this one. 2 times 3 plus 2 times 1/2. That one equals 7 also. So to a sentence to answer the first part of this, one class would need 3.5 gallons, and 2 classes would need 7 gallons. Let's put it all in the same sentence. One class will need, or get, it's not really need, get 3.5 gallons and 2 classes would get 7 gallons. GAL is the abbreviation for gallons if you want to use that, okay? So on your exit ticket, and I'm going to scroll back to that real quick, you've got an A and a B. So I'm going back quickly to the exit ticket. Whoops, went too far. Right here. Okay, here's the exit ticket. I'll pass it out in a minute. It says a grasshopper covered a distance of 5 yards in 9 equal hops. How many yards did the grasshopper travel on each hop? What do I highlight? What am I dividing by?
9.
Okay. And you have to have all the other stuff that we just did. Plus, it says, how many yards did the grasshopper travel after hopping twice?
So times that.
You can multiply it by 2.